All right, next on our list of tonight's Big 7 stories for you, Knoxville drivers could soon see some relief when it comes to parking following a major settlement with Metropolis Technologies. Tennessee Attorney General Jonathan Skrmetti announcing an $8.75 million agreement after a years-long investigation into the company's parking practices. Now, the investigation began after hundreds of drivers complained about unclear pricing and poorly marked Metropolis lots. More than 300 complaints were filed statewide, including 17 from Knoxville. Now, Metropolis will pay $6.5 million as part of the settlement, along with an additional $2.25 million dedicated to a free parking credit program. Some Knoxville residents telling us downtown parking options overall are pretty limited, with fewer street spaces and garages that can be, well, expensive.
It used to be that the further away from the center of town that you parked at a metered spot, the less expensive it was. So myself, I was perfectly willing to walk 2 or 3 blocks to work and pay $3 a day to park. Well, now they've pretty much forced you into the garage at $7 a day minimum.
Metropolis, meanwhile, tells 6 News it is looking forward to turning the page on long past operational issues. Well, a man accused of stealing and crashing a garbage truck has now been handed a more than 24-year sentence for carjacking. You know, we told you when that truck loaded with garbage crashed into a Sevierville business. It was back in 2023. There you see it. Investigators say Sean White had already stolen a car earlier that day and crashed it before flagging down the truck. Now, we previously reported the federal law that prosecutors were using to prosecute White was passed back in the 1990s in response to a rash of carjackings nationwide. White was also charged with attempted murder and aggravated assault at the state level. Our next Big 7 story is a follow-up for you tonight. The mother of an 18-year-old who died in a head-on car crash last Friday, remembering her son and the impact he had on his community. According to the preliminary crash report, 18-year-old Isaiah Broyhill was traveling northbound on McGuire Road in Jefferson County when his vehicle left the roadway, re-entered it, crossed the middle line, and hit another truck head-on. His mother telling us that he was on his way home from the gym when it happened. The driver of the other car survived. However, the report states they are facing child endangerment charges, as there were 3 children in the car when it happened, 2 of which were not secured in child restraint devices. Now, all 3 children were taken to the hospital.
Would have been devastated if he would have known that there was children in the other car, and it would have hurt him to find out, just like it did me, and I pray for that family as well.
Broyhill's mom tells us her son had graduated high school the year prior and had just gotten a new job that week and had never been in a crash before this. Well, this next Big 7 story for you takes us to court. Court documents now indicate that a settlement might soon be reached in the death of Anthony Thompson Jr. Now, this is a case that we've been following since 2021 when the 17-year-old was shot during a struggle with 2 Knoxville police officers at Austin East Magnet High School. In the lawsuit, the teen's mother argued that officers had ignored her son's medical needs after he was shot while seeking immediate care for an officer who was also shot. The defendants and plaintiffs in the lawsuit participated in a settlement conference hosted by a judge on January 6th. This is according to a motion filed by the defense on Tuesday. Now, the motion said the 2 parties resolved the plaintiff's claim about the denial of medical care. The defense said that since this was the only remaining claim in the lawsuit, it expects that a stipulation of dismissal with prejudice will be filed soon. Now, this would end the case if approved. Knox County Juvenile Service Center Board of Directors meeting today to discuss the future of the Richard L. Bean Juvenile Detention Center. The board voted to advance a proposal to transition to a judicial model rather than turn it over to Knox County Sheriff's Office. Now, in other words, a juvenile court judge would be placed in charge of the facility instead of the Sheriff's Office. Meanwhile, the Juvenile Center says it has made significant progress since the resignation of Interim Director Brian Bivens, with 70 of the 94 issues in the 98-page Juvenile Center report being corrected. And the major remaining issues will require additional funds to correct. Now, Commissioner Larson J. says this is the right decision for Knox County.
The current sheriff was willing to take it on, but they were not necessarily excited about what it might look like in the future. And I think given the uncertainty with the candidates that could be the next sheriff, it was the right thing to do to find another model that would have long-term success.
The transition is being eyed for April 1st and will require 2 county meetings to correct. And in our final Big 7 story for you now, Sevierville leaders have approved a plan to relocate Red Bank Road. Town officials say the move is necessary to improve traffic flow and support future development in that area. Project will shift a portion of the roadway to better align with nearby intersections and increase safety for drivers. Leaders say the relocation will also help accommodate growth and reduce congestion.
A large section of Red Bank Road that's located in a flood hazard area, and the city's evaluated moving it really off and on the last 5 to 7 years at different points, looked at different scenarios, and they've had some issues with embankment failure with the road, trying to reinforce it. It's in a floodway and got a lot of hazards related to that. So they've looked at relocating that in the past, and we have an agreement with one of the property owners to do basically it's a land swap, a relocation of the right of way from along the river up out of the floodplain to the rear of his property.
Construction is expected to begin later this year with detours in place while work is underway. Now, officials say updates will be provided as the project progresses. It's now to Powell Mexican restaurant temporarily closed following an overnight fire. As we've been telling you, the fire at Los Braceros Mexican Cantina on Connor Road was reported just before midnight. The Knoxville Fire Department says heavy smoke was seen coming from the building when fire crews arrived. Now, we're told most of the fire was then knocked down within about 10 minutes. But KFD says the building still sustained significant smoke, water, and fire damage. Los Braceros was closed at the time, and KFD says no one was hurt. No injuries, as we mentioned, were reported, and fire investigators are working to determine a cause. Now, the restaurant's social media page does not have a timeline for reopening, just that updates will be shared as the business works through the next steps. In the meantime, Los Braceros is thanking the community for the support it has received.